Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Berea City Council meeting, Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. I'll call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please let the record reflect that a quorum is present. This time I'll call on Cora Jane Wilson to lead us in the invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. Cora Jane.
If you don't care, stand with me. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day, for all your blessings. Lord, I pray for each and every one here. I pray that for the council, Lord, let us make the correct decisions, be good stewards of what you put before us, and do what's best for the whole town of Berea, not just one side, but for the whole city. And Lord, I thank you that our friend David Rowlett is here tonight, and I pray you continue to move and bless him in Jesus' name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Cora Jane. Next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Steve Cobble, is there a second? David Rowlett. Any discussion on the motion to approve the agenda? Seeing none, I'll request a voice vote. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The agenda is approved, and the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the August 20th, 2024 meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Jim and second by Katie. Any discussion on the meeting minutes, corrections, additions, or corrections? Seeing none, I'll request a voice vote. All in favor of the motion to approve the minutes from August 20th, please say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, please say no. The motion carries and the minutes are approved. The next item on the agenda is Municipal Order Number 03-2024, Police Mental Health Wellness Program. Mr. Gilbert.
An order of the City Council of the City of Berea, Kentucky, providing for adoption of Berea Police Department Standard Operating Procedures 2.17, Mental Health and Wellness Plan, which provides for paid leave in certain situations for police officers undergoing trauma, burnout, depression, and other mental health issues. Recitals. 1. The Chief of Police, Berea Police Department, has requested approval of Standard Operating Procedure 2.17, a Berea Mental Health and Wellness Plan. 2. The proposed Police Mental Health and Wellness Plan provides for paid leave for officers in 3 to 5 year increments throughout their careers in the department. The Mental Health and Wellness Plan will assist when officers experience trauma, burnout, depression, and other mental health issues to produce a better workforce during their careers. A municipal order is necessary for the adoption of this plan. Now therefore, it is ordered by the City Council of the City of Berea, Kentucky as follows. The attached Berea Police Department Standard Operating Procedure Police Mental Health and Wellness Plan is hereby approved and adopted by and for the City of Berea.
Is there a motion to approve and adopt Municipal Order Number 03-2024?
So moved.
By Steve Cottle and second by Cora Jane Wilson. Is there any discussion on the motion to approve? Seeing none, I'll request a voice vote. All in favor of the motion to approve Municipal Order Number 03-2024, please say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed, please say no. The motion carries and Municipal Order Number 3-2024 is approved and adopted. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is Department Head Reports. And tonight I'll recognize Charlie is here in place of Sean. Charlie, come on up and you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, everyone. So, pardon the jitters just a little bit. This is my second time speaking to the council and the mayor and administrator. So we got big news going on at Berea Community High School right now. So we are starting a career pathway down there. So we're looking forward to working with them. We've been working with them for a few months now, trying to get everything rolling. So we started with the first day of school. We started with two students on the first day. We've already grown those to 11 students total. So this will be following the Department of Education standards. So we use the Fire Commission has also helped with getting the curriculum set forth for the state. Many students will have the Firefighter 1, which is a little over 115 hours of training. That's going to be their basic one. So we have this in steps. Their first year, they're going to get that 115 hours, and then they're going to also get National Incident Management, which is required by FEMA and the federal government to be able to correspond with other agencies and working with in disasters. So there's ICS 100, 200, 700, and 800. Those are all required. And then they'll have their first aid and CPR and AED. Seems like the kids are really excited. They had a little bit of live fire training the other day. We borrowed a prop from a local department, and they actually got to see a little bit of fire and how it operates, and they were very interested in all that. The 2-year students will start working on after they've got their Firefighter 2 standards. So this is going to be for like when they become 300-hour certified. So this is where they can become paid firemen and get their incentive pay straight out of high school. So what we're working toward is helping those students reach goals and getting them work ready in the community, and also here at the fire department and across the state. We're hoping to set that bar is what we're looking for. So once they graduate, we're hoping that they'll have their CPAT, which is Candidate Physical Agility Testing card, and that makes candidates a whole lot, they stand out a lot more. If they come to you and they've got these certifications, they've got this CPAT card, they are ready to go to work. They're ready to start work right now. We've also been corresponding with Casey Hall at the Fire Commission. So as they're taking these training classes throughout their semesters of school, when they go in and get their degree program here with the Fire Commission, they can get IFSAC Firefighter 1 and 2, they can get EMT. So these accredited courses will help them get their degree. So they can get their general education, like their math, science, humanities. Once they get that, then they can take these international certifications and then turn those in, and then they can have a degree through KCTCS. And at no cost to them except for just their general education classes, which a lot of those students will be able to get those in high school. So we're trying to use this as a recruiting tool for our volunteer fire department here in Berea. Of course, you all know that there are shortfalls across the state and across the nation, so we're working with them to get them interested in helping with their community. So if we can get them interested in helping in the community that they live in, then they're going to get the other student or other kids to help grow this program. We've had a couple new firefighters start with the training program a couple months ago. We actually have one started on shift today. He actually completed his training. The other one will start here in a couple weeks, and we have been preparing those students with just hands-on skills and testing to get their IFSAC Firefighter 1 and 2 in mid-September. So we're shooting for that goal, is to have them ready to have that IFSAC certification, which we require their first year within the next few months. At this point, we've had 400 hours of training, or right at it, with the students. So we have one to start with no experience, and we've already got his basic 1 certification. Within the next 2 weeks, he will have completed his basic 2 certification, so he'll be able to get his incentive pay from the state. We did receive a personal protective equipment grant for $3,500 probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago. They furnished us 3 helmets, 3 sets of gloves, 3 hoods, and then 3 sets of boots. But if you was granted the PPE portion, you got the $3,500. So a lot of departments got the gloves and stuff, but not necessarily the PPE. So we're fixing to kick off our breast cancer t-shirt sales this year. So if you all are interested, stop by Station 1. We'd love to see your all support. That would be great to see y'all out there wearing our shirt. We have limited sizes in stock. I know they've got an order coming out for spoon bread, probably within the next week or so. But we are limited a little bit with our stock order right now. So short sleeves start at $15, long sleeves starts at $20 and up, and then we also have youth sizes. Y'all got any questions? All right.
Jerry?
I got 2 or 3. On the new ladder truck, did you all get it decaled up, sitting in service?
It is in service. Yep.
What about the old truck? Did they get it picked up?
It was still down there as of yesterday. I was off today, but
Or they are supposed to pick it up, aren't they?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about, I seen you running applications for firefighters. Did y'all get enough applications to?
I have not talked to Jennifer since Friday, but I think we've had several interested.
Okay. So you did have people apply
Yeah.
then?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jerry. Ronnie?
Charlie, being an old volunteer, back in my time, we might drove unsafe going to a farm. I would hope you would teach the young students a safe way to get to the farm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that is one thing during their driver's training that we've been talking about. If you don't get there, you're part of the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's
So-
a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah, for sure. But yes, we've been going over due regard and how to drive apparatus because some of these guys have never seen a truck that big besides driving down the road, let alone drive it.
Well, I'm talking about the personal vehicle getting there.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes we probably was unsafe,
Oh yeah.
but it wasn't me, it was everybody else.
Right. Exactly.
One more thing, Charlie. I'd like to commend you all on starting that program down there at the school. That'll be okay.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I mean,
That's a good deal. Thank you.
yes, sir. The state is actually set forth and trying to get this recruiting up where it is so low.
Katie?
So I know you all have a lot of teaching and training experience from just your work within the department. Are you all doing the teaching at the school?
Yes.
well? Oh,
Yes, we are.
great.
Yep.
That's so
Brent Billings is heading that up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
He's doing a phenomenal job.
I have a
Questions or
question.
comments? Corjane?
This, you say is at Brick Community now, will it be offered to Madison Southern students or?
So what we're hoping is to maybe get it into the Ignite program. If we can get it into the Ignite program, and that would be a vocational where everybody could come. That's something that's in the future plan.
That sounds great.
Other questions or comments for Charlie? Charlie, thank you. Good job.
Thank you all.
Appreciate everything y'all are doing, and I'll add to what the rest are saying, that this is really something that's innovative to have that pipeline of students and to get them excited about a career early on when they're young and get them trained up. So,
Oh yeah, and
well done.
gives them something to to benefit the community. They get to see the wide array, for sure.
Good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Would any other department heads like to address the council? All right, seeing none, we'll move forward to public comment. Would any members of the public like to address the council? Okay, seeing none, we'll move forward to the city administrator's report, and I'll recognize City Administrator Rose Beverly. Rose, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's good to see you tonight, council members. It's especially good to see you tonight, Councilman Rowlett. Didn't see you when I walked in, so it's good to see you. Glad that you were able to make it. I am happy that Charlie did such a good job keeping his report so concise, because now I have extra time for you guys tonight. So, not really. I'll try to keep it good. So first, I just want to let everybody know that as you know, we've been working on the solid waste RFP. We were under the impression that we could that the mayor could sign that and we would be able to do it that way. But after discussing it today with JT before he leaves town, he informed me that actually, because it's a franchise agreement, that it actually does need to be approved by council. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that will be on the next agenda. That being said, I know you guys had some questions for me, and I got those questions answered and I emailed them back to you. But if you have any more questions, please get them to me before the next council, well, as soon as you can really, so that I can get those out to the bidders and get you some answers. And then along the lines of RFP, the pool project RFP went out on the 27th. The deadline for bid submission will be September 26th. So that is moving along, and I will keep you guys informed as soon as we get those bids. That will dictate a lot of how we work with that ARPA money and the money that was set aside for that pool project. Resurfacing of the basketball court at the park was completed last week. Priscilla is working with a company to complete the acrylic coating, and that should be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think just want to give a thank you to, because that was actually a lot of departments working together. We had Brian Reeds from the codes department managing the project. The public works department was out helping Allen Company to do the work, and of course the parks department was working really hard on it as well. So I love to see that collaboration, and grateful for all involved to get the project done and keep it at a reasonable cost. And the Jane Street drainage project, I'm sure you've probably heard, that got done, and I've had great feedback on that they did a great job. So we'd like to give a shout out to the public works department for getting that done before Starbucks opened up, which is great. Now the car wash, people go wash their cars, they don't have to drive through a puddle on their way out, so that's a good thing as well. And I just have one more thing to talk about here, and I'm just going to kind of go over some of the tourism sponsored events that we have left for the year, because there's a lot going on. We have the remaining pavilion concerts. September 7th is the Bluegrass Area Jazz Ambassadors. September 14th, Al, Alice, and Ruth. September 28th, the New Developments. And November 2nd is the Madison Southern High School Band Community Show. I'm excited for that one, especially, but they all sound great. Spoon Bread Festival, you know, we're helping with that, and I think the mayor's going to talk a little bit more about that. They are doing the fall decorating the last week of September, so that's going to be happening very soon. Tree Week is October 11th through the 20th. The Learn Shops for the fall sessions will be October 25th through the 27th. Halloween at the park will be on Halloween, October 31st. Shop Small Saturday, November 30th. The Mayor's Merry Mingling and Christmas Decorating will be November 30th. Make It, Take It, Give It, Learn Shops December 6th through the 8th. And that kind of takes us throughout the whole year. So we have a lot going on. Everything will still be going on as planned. And I can take any questions if you have them for me.
Questions for Rose? Jerry?
I got one. Hey, Rose, on them garbage cans, you know, if this company gets the contract, everybody's going to get a company can. They won't, and we won't like that lady that called me and lost hers in the dumpster and squashed it, and so they'll have everybody have a regular can. That way, then if it gets tore up, they'll give them. If they tear it up, they'll give them another one.
That is correct. The bid that they gave did include the cost of that. And as Councilman Little is explaining, one of the biggest complaints that we get from people around trash collection is that their cans that they bought themselves get destroyed by the machine. And because it's changed now and it's done by, you know, a machine on the truck to empty the trash, they're really not compatible. So we'd like to make it more uniform.
Thank you, Rose. Thanks.
Thank you.
Teresa?
Rose, I was just noticing you said that the fall decorations would go out the last week of September. Is that right?
I think that's what it said.
And
Fall
it's,
decorating last week of
yeah,
September.
it's probably maybe not doable at this late date, but wouldn't it be nice to have that done before the Spoon Bread Festival so people can see the town
Oh,
decorated for
yeah.
fall?
That would be nice. We can talk about that, and yeah, maybe
If-
not.
if you could
maybe we won't
scooch it up
time this
a
year,
couple of
but
weeks.
maybe we will. I don't know.
I
But
think, yeah.
that would be good to do it like the week before so that it's
Right.
decorated. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
great idea. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa. Ronnie?
Rose, remind everybody that whichever garbage truck we get, that their trash needs to be in a bag.
Yes.
Pickup.
Yeah.
Because if not, I noticed my son doesn't always do that. I end up with his trash down my yard. So remind everybody to put it
Yeah.
put it in a bag and tie it where it won't blow out.
That is another complaint that we do get quite often, is that because they're not getting out anymore to empty the cans like they used to in the same manner, that sometimes the trash will get blown all over the place. So it's really important to bag the trash and not put things, your kids might take something over there and just throw it in. Well, the chances that that's going to make it into the truck are kind of low, and they might end up in your neighbor's yard. So please do bag your trash. That would help so much.
Other question or comments for Rose? Seeing none, good report. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to mayor's comments, I just have a couple items. Rose mentioned the Spoon Bread Festival. I know the Chamber of Commerce is meeting out in the conference room right now, talking about spoon bread. But I also know, Ronnie, and you can remind us of this because you've been doing it a long time, that on the Saturday, the city council normally serves spoon bread in the spoon bread tent in the morning. So I'm sure we're gonna be hearing about that, and I would encourage everybody to come if you can. It's a lot of fun, good camaraderie, and a good way to support the chamber. But that would be on Saturday, the 21st in the morning, and we'll try to get with the chamber to get the exact time that they need us. But the kickoff is at 3 o'clock on the 20th, which is Friday. It runs all day on the 21st, and then the 22nd is the Sunday, is the conclusion of the Spoon Bread Festival. So please invite your friends and neighbors, and let's fill up the town, put our best foot forward. The second item I wanted to mention is a special compliment to Captain Casey Botkin, who developed the municipal order on police department wellness, health and wellness program. That was part of his capstone project for the Department of Criminal Justice leadership training. And when you look at it, it's all compliments. It's innovative, it's visionary, it shows care for our police department staff, it builds a strong team, and it's leadership in its truest form. So Casey, my hat's off to you for developing this, and I think it's something Rose mentioned earlier that's going to spread to other departments, help police officers, their families, their children, and make for a better situation for all. So hats off to you, my friend. That concludes my comments, and we'll move forward to council comments and begin with Mr. Davis.
Casey, thank you for your work on the police mental health wellness program. Charlie, good job. And that's it.
Thank you, Jim. Next is Teresa Centers.
No comment.
Katie Startzman.
Well, we're all going to be complimenting Casey and the fire department, but I want to echo too. It feels really exciting to be leaders in both of these spaces in our small town. So I just thank you for helping us have good new employees in the fire department and helping kids find, or students find, a path to things that they might be passionate about. And then also Casey and Chief Hayes and everyone for supporting the people who are doing important work in our community. It's really, really cool to hear an update as well, since we haven't heard anything about it for a while. So thank you for the update.
Thank you, Katie. Next we'll move to David Rowlett. David, you have the floor, sir.
I just want to take an opportunity to brag on the fire department a little bit. I know we talked about working with some vocational programs for the last 20+ years, and some of these we envision going out to the new Ignite school, and it's exciting to think that you're working towards that, and I think it will certainly help our community and some of the other communities around that can benefit from those trainings that are occurring. So please keep up the good work. I also had the opportunity Sunday afternoon to get out and move around town a little bit. I'm still not able to drive and various things, but it was exciting to see some of the things that have taken place over the last few weeks and months as far as new developments, the Starbucks and different places that have undergone some changes. So just very excited to see some of those things taking place. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Next we'll move to Jerry Little. Jerry, you have the floor, sir.
I've just got one thing. David, we're glad to see you back, okay? Glad to have you. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Jerry. Next is Steve Cottle. Steve.
Everyone's kind of already talked about it, but it's very exciting to see
departments and employees who are taking their own initiative and creating programs that some of them, maybe we're modeling them. Some of them are completely new. The mental health municipal ordinance that we passed, our municipal order that we passed tonight, is really sort of completely created by one of our officers, Casey Bodkin, and it's really kind of, when you look at it, it makes so much sense, and it's something that I think for decades no one has done in an industry that has probably needed it the entire time. And so the work that our employees are doing to not only make our city better and our departments better, but taking that work and spreading that across the region and the country is not only admirable, but it shows the type of employees that we have, and we have those employees in every sector of our city. And also the fire academy, and being able to give the students that we have in our city not only the opportunity to serve this city, but serve other communities in being work ready in something that many of them maybe are already interested in, and by the time that they graduate, they have a career path that's kind of laid out there for them. So great job to all of our employees and continuing to make our city better and our region and our state better. And David, it is great to see you and glad to have you back tonight.
Thank you, Steve. We'll move to Cora Jane Wilson. Cora Jane.
Well, thanks everybody that's here, and Casey, what a great job. Proud of you. And Charlie, I love you at the fire department. That's wonderful to maybe get some of these kids maybe never knew what they wanted to do and say, hey, I might like that, and then be ready to do it and have a job. So thank you both for what you're doing for the city and our community. Big thing, community. And David, it's great to have you back. So glad you're here, and that's all. Everybody have a great week.
Thank you, Cora Jane. And for the last word, Ronnie Terrell. Ronnie, you have the floor.
David, I'm glad to see you back. I missed you. That's all.
Thank you, Ronnie. That brings us to the conclusion of our agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn? By David Rowlett. Is there a second? By Ronnie Terrell. All in favor of the motion to adjourn,